Now let's have a conversation on the need to have a smoke-free environment. In the studio with me this morning, Jemima Odonko, and she's head for tobacco and tobacco products at the FDA. And Jemima, thank you for joining us. It's not every day that we wake up and think that we need to have a smoke-free environment. And this is not just smoke from, burning bushes and the rest, but from smoking, as in cigarettes and the rest. Why is this important?
Very much, and then good morning to your viewers out there. And I want to say a big thank you to you for giving us this platform to push through our campaign on the need for us to have a smoke-free environment. So why a smoke-free environment? Basically, the smoke-free policy are laws that enforce smoke-free environment, and these laws are enshrined in the Public Health Act as
so we have smoke-free policies,
yes,
which are enshrined
in the
FDA's
in the Public Health
Act.
Yes,
okay,
that is Public Health Act 2012, Act 851,
okay,
and Part 6 that talks about tobacco control measures, and then Section 58 bans smoking in public places. Exactly, the law defines public place as any place of collective use. So when you find smoking, it doesn't limit to just maybe certain settings. All public places. There's Joy Studio here, or Joy Environment is a public space. If you go to the pub, it's a public space. If you go to restaurants, it's
thousands of people who are breaking this law, this rule. Because people do smoke in public all the time.
It's not as it was previously. You don't find a lot of people smoking as it used to be in the past. We have done a lot of campaign. We've educated people on the need for them to understand why it is not good to smoke openly. In instances where facilities do allow smoking, the law requires that managers of the facility designate an area solely for that purpose. And so, yes.
That's why you go to some restaurants and they have a designated smoking area. But how is the FDA enforcing this policy?
So for the authority, we carry out a lot of public education, one for the people to understand the need for us to have a clean environment devoid of smoke from tobacco burning and smoking from tobacco and tobacco products. We also do a lot of monitoring activities. We visit most public facilities such as the restaurants, pubs, transport terminals, and then it's other places where other functions do take place. And that is to ensure that facilities do comply with the requirements as it is in the Public Health Act. The law requires that every facility should post the no smoking signages, and that is key, so that whoever walks in will know the whole area is a no smoking area.
Right. Now, I've heard you say tobacco like 3 times. Is that it only the restriction is only on smoking tobacco? What about marijuana and the big cigars? All that fall under.
When it comes to tobacco, tobacco is any product that is made from tobacco and its related products. So
marijuana is not tobacco.
It's not tobacco. Yeah. So in this reference, we are looking at cigarettes, cigar, shisha, which most people do not think is a tobacco product. Yeah. Shisha is a tobacco product, and all the laws that pertains to the regulation of tobacco also applies to the use of shisha. Okay. So even though shisha is a tobacco product, if it is not used in the right manner, just like the cigarettes, where you have to smoke within a designated area, it becomes an illegality. And so if you are caught smoking openly, your shisha, cigarette, cigar, whatsoever, it's against the laws of the land. So yes, even in your car is your private space. You can smoke in your car. However, the moment you have a second person joining the car, it becomes a public space. So you cannot smoke in the presence of a third party in the car.
And I believe this is because of the concern of public health, right? Secondhand smoking and the effects of it. So for the purposes of education, why should we, pay attention to secondhand smoking?
So secondhand smoking basically is the smoke that comes out from the burning end of either cigarette, cigar, shisha, and any other related tobacco product, as well as the smoke that is puffed out from the smoker into the environment. And research has shown that all the toxicants found in the tobacco products, the tobacco product that's being used by the smoker, is also in the smoke that goes out into the environment. And so if you don't smoke and you find yourself within a space where smoking is actively ongoing, you are equally exposed to the toxicant that is coming out from the tobacco, and that is very injurious to your health and then safety. That is why this campaign is very, very, very important for us.
Which is why we should, I think the punitive measures should be dire. Are there any, what are the penalties for non-compliance?
There are a lot of penalties depending on the gravity of the situations. You can be administratively charged for not complying to the regulations as it is enshrined in the law. You can have your facility closed down depending on the gravity of the situation, especially when you find that you are putting the lives of children at risk. And then also, in cases where you are not complying with any of the sanctions imposed, we can process you for prosecution. We have a legal team whereby you can be taken through the necessary legal.
Humor me. In the past 10 or 5 years, have you actually prosecuted anyone?
In tobacco, mostly we resort to the fines.
Okay.
Yeah, and with that, yes, people easily comply.
Okay.
Because it's quite, and I think.
Okay. Are there any channels where we can report these cases?
Yes, when it comes to reporting of these non-compliance to these smoke-free laws, we have offices across the country. So if you are close by to any of our offices, you can walk into the offices and then lodge complaints. If you have evidence of the activity that is breaking the law, it will help a lot in our enforcement of the law. You can also reach us on our WhatsApp line, that is 055-111-225. Or you can email us on fda@fda.gov.gh.
Okay, please take all that again, just so
so you can reach us on WhatsApp number 055-111-22225, and then as well as call on 055-111-2224. Or fda@fda.gov.gh, as well as walking to any of our offices across the country for any non-compliance observed or any doubt about any of the use of these products.
Before we go, would this affect businesses? Is this something that could affect businesses?
Research, if you look at the population, research has shown that you have just about 5% of the population smoking.
Oh, just
so 95% of non-smokers out there. So if you limit your space to just smokers, or you allow smokers to pollute your environment, it means you are pushing away that chunk of 95% of your business setting, and that alone will not help. So enforcing the smoke-free policies rather would boost your business in a more positive way, and that will bring in a lot more returns to the business than as they have been thinking otherwise. So enforce the smoke-free policy. There's no safe form of tobacco. There is no safe limit of the exposure to the smoke that comes out of tobacco. It is toxic in every way. And so please, let's encourage, with the smoke-free campaign, let's encourage with the need for us to have an environment devoid of the tobacco smoke.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Jemima, for spending time with us to educate us on the importance or the need to avoid a smoking environment. And